Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Aegis Moto Adventures on this chilly and kind of drizzly morning. Last couple days here, we got a reprieve from the cold and wet, but not today. It looks like it's going to be a little bit on the damp side, and it's still cold here, very cold here for this time of year where we're at. We are in Blanc Sablon, Quebec, which is the far eastern portion of Quebec along the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Today we'll be heading north on the Labrador Highway, and I don't know if we'll quite make the turn today, but we'll eventually, either today or tomorrow, we'll make a turn westward on the Labrador Highway and heading back to Bay Como across the highway. We're going to get started here, we'll get a little bit of breakfast, and then we'll hit the road. Like yesterday, we'll head down the highway toward L'Anse-Eau-Claire. We'll fuel up first, and then we'll stop off at the hotel and restaurant to get some breakfast. Here we are going into Labrador once again. I don't think L'Anse-Eau-Claire is any bigger than Blanc Sablon or the associated towns there, but there's a few more amenities here, and they have a dealership, gas stations, restaurants. There's just a little bit more to be had, and it's only 8 kilometers down the road. The Trans-Labrador Highway, when you leave Blanc Sablon, actually goes to the northeast along the Gulf of St. Lawrence. It isn't until we get further up the coast quite a way before we turn westward or to the northwest, heading back. We pass through several small settlements along the coast, and cell service on the Trans-Labrador Highway is spotty to non-existent in these remote areas. Because of this, we made use of a free satellite phone that Gord signed out in Blanc Sablon. We were lucky because we got the last one. We will drop the phone off at the other end. Since this service is free, why not use the service in case of emergencies? You may have noticed that the cloudy skies appeared red. I believe this reddish tint was caused by the prevalent forest fires occurring all over Canada during our trip. It made for an eerie backdrop, but the color you see is accurate. Unfortunately for us, the clouds and the fog kept us from being able to see too far out, but I'm sure on a clear day the views would be unbelievable. At Cape Diab, the Gulf of St. Lawrence meets the North Atlantic Ocean. From this northeastern section of Labrador, there is almost 1,500 miles or 2,400 kilometers of open ocean between Labrador and Greenland. From Pinware, we head inland for a while as we follow along the river. Eventually, we cross the river at the Pinware Bridge. You might notice that the bridge deck is wood. One should use caution when the boards are wet, like today. I got a kick out of this couple. They'd crossed the road here to go over and take pictures with the snow. It was pretty cute. I'm sure it was a lot of fun for them. The Trans-Labrador Highway has opened up Labrador for homes like this one. But make no mistake, this area is still remote. With just a few exceptions, everything north of here is accessible only by boat or plane. The Trans-Labrador Highway is completely paved now. It really is impressive that this has opened up the area for easy travel. However, you still need to manage your fuel and lodging stops. Red Bay marks the last settlement along the coast. From here we will take a more northerly and inland route. We aren't quite halfway on today's travels. From Red Bay, we have a long stretch that goes through pretty much nothing until we get to Mary's Harbor. This is a pretty lonely stretch through here. There are a few homes in the Lodge Bay and St. Charles River area, but services are still a few kilometers away at Mary's Harbor. We bypass Mary's Harbor, but at Mary's Harbor they have an airport, food, and lodging. However, I'm not sure they have fuel. You should check beforehand if you plan on stopping there. From Mary's Harbor, we turn west towards Port Hope Simpson, our destination for the evening. At Wood Island, the Trans-Labrador Highway takes you across the St. Louis Inlet. We are now about 30 kilometers west of Mary's Harbor and the North Atlantic. The St. Louis Bridge, a 110-meter steel truss bridge, completes the crossing for us. If you like, you can take Highway 513 to St. Louis. St. Louis may be the most eastern spot in Labrador accessible by road. We finally reached Port Hope Simpson, our destination for the night. Our stay at the Lexus Hotel was pleasant, with nice rooms and a great view. I would like to thank our host. She checked us in, cooked our meals, and served us dinner and breakfast. Her one-woman band exceeded the service I've received at other hotels with a host of employees. Here's Gord with the map details, but stick around, we had a polar bear sighting.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to the conclusion of day 19. I've got a very, very, very small depiction of where we are on the planet to help orient you to some of the detail I'll provide momentarily. You can see the island of Newfoundland here, which we explored in detail prior to crossing over yesterday into the very, very, very eastern tip of the province of Quebec, and right out there on the Atlantic Ocean almost. Today, we ended up in Port Hope Simpson. Yes, that's the name of the place. And we'll be further exploring inland, going to the west to through Labrador in the next few days. Just a quick detailed run. It was interesting roads along the coast. Lots of vertical. Lots of climbs, lots of descents, fairly barren topography, not a lot of trees, but very scenic. However, the weather was, I would say, less than ideal. It was 6 to 7 degrees Celsius in the 40s Fahrenheit, and some drizzle, some wet roads, but no rain as such. But yeah, it kept us wishing for warmer environments along the way. Nevertheless, nice drive, lots of open territory, a lot of exposed rock, some snow even left over. Here it is. It's June 23rd, and there's still some snow in shaded areas, but and a few icebergs popping around in the Atlantic Ocean, as you can see them off the coast. So all in all, we've landed in Port Hope Simpson at the Alexis Hotel. It's a very, very nice facility considering where you are. A little isolated, but nevertheless, no troubles at all. We look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
We had a great view of the Alexa River, and we saw this polar bear too. Oh, I'm joking. That's just a picture on the wall. But we also saw our third helicopter. Apparently there was a group in to be guided for a fishing trip. What fun. Oh, wow, what a great day we had today. We made it here to Port Hope Simpson. It was kind of a A little bit of a drizzle and some heavy fog in areas and cold. Boy, was it cold as we went along the coast here in Labrador. But we made it here, and we've had dinner, and we're all settled into the room now. But it was a great day. Even though the areas we went through, there were a few towns along the way, but it's pretty remote. There's not a whole lot out here, which was the reason we came here. So it's a beautiful area here. The town itself doesn't have much in it. The hotel is here, and there's a grocery store, but that's about it. Oh, a gas station too. I forgot that. But it's beautiful. The hotel is super nice. And apparently they host a lot of hunters and fishermen up here. There was a helicopter that came in, apparently with somebody with a guide, that they're going to do some fishing. So that was kind of cool. I took a little video of it out back of the hotel here. But what a great day. Tomorrow we go to Goose Bay. It's going to be a long day. We go through a whole lot of nothing for, I think it's over 400 kilometers, if I remember right. And there's no gas station, so we're going to have to use our Rotopax gas to make sure that we can make it all the way. Sherry's definitely going to have to add gas to her bike because she doesn't have enough range. So tomorrow we'll get started and head to Goose Bay. We'll see you then. Take care.